So our mission as a company at Karger is to advance, the health sciences by connecting people and science. So we are always constantly looking at innovative ways to improve knowledge across the whole of the research cycle. So we had been thinking for some time how AR would be a technology that really could provide us sort of with a great opportunity for our authors to showcase their research findings in new ways, for them to present their complex data, to engage with different audiences, and a new way for them to increase the reach of their research. So we were very excited to come across a short pitch by Ludenso one day, a short pitch where they were presenting how they had already successfully applied their technology to textbooks. And we thought there's no reason why we can't expand that application and apply also that technology to research articles. So we got in touch and we started talking, and we really found in Ludenso an open-minded collaborator who was keen to try new things with us, and who was almost as excited as us about really applying the AR technology in to academic journals. So that's how it sort of all started.
Amazing. I don't have much to add to that, but I think it's been a fantastic journey with you. I also want to highlight the Vesalius Innovation Award that you hosted and where we participated and became the runner-up. But Vesalius, the surgeon 500 years ago or so, was also one of the first who really took complex and anatomical drawings and made them accessible for all of the students to make it easier to learn and understand those complex concepts. And I think Karger, as one of the leaders in the realm of medical journals, this is a perfect way of enabling more learners to grasp the complex anatomical models that is more easily illustrated in 3D in a new and engaging way for the readers. So I think it's a perfect match, and very happy to have Karger as the first journal publisher partnering up with us in this space. So Ludenso was based on the idea that we are living in a digital world where people are used to get nuggets of information really fast. But at the same time, it's really valuable also to have physical copies because it makes it tangible. You can remember it better. And while the physical is great at its parts, we also think that the digital really does help in conveying the knowledge. So what if you could have the best of both worlds? Connect the physical with the digital. And that was how the idea of Ludenso was born. So augmented reality technology is basically putting digital elements on top of the real world. Kind of like with Pokemon Go or Snapchat's AR filter. But what we're doing is we're doing that in a pedagogical context, making it easier to remember and to just link the relevant digital information in a seamless way with physical content. So the majority of the augmented reality experiences is 3D models that is being brought to light so you can explore them in all 3 dimensions. But it's also worth mentioning that augmented reality also allows you to get up other multimedia assets such as videos, audio, and linking. So when you scan the journal on a certain page, you can have that video just play directly over that page. Kind of like in Harry Potter for Daily Prophet, if anyone watched those films. So the 3D models are still in the core focus, and that's what the majority of these experiences will be. But it's also worth mentioning that you can also have other multimedia assets come to life when you're scanning the journal, either physically or digitally. I've been in the augmented reality and immersive technology space for 8 years now. Actually, I started another company that was hardware focused before that, which led me into starting Ludenso. But what I learned throughout those years is that it's easy for augmented reality to be AR for the sake of AR. What really gives AR value is when you put the right content in the right context. And it was actually one of the biggest Norwegian publishers that came to us when we were doing another product and say, this seems like the perfect fit for our textbooks. Because we have a lot of great resources that is only available in our digital universe. But it takes like 8 clicks for a student today to navigate into those resources from the physical books. And thus, our solution became the perfect match to create a seamless link between their physical assets and their digital counterparts. So augmented reality is not a particularly new technology. It's been around for decades, but it's only in the recent year that the technological advancements in phones has made the experience very widespread and accessible for everyone, more or less. For our sake, we've been working with primarily educational publishers across the world, both with Cambridge University Press in England, with the largest publishers in Norway, as well as publishers in Belgium, Greece, and the US. And we have seen that it's becoming something that the students find very motivating to use because it gives them easy access to the content in a new and engaging way. And a decade's worth of research now also show that it has a very beneficial impact on their long-term memory retention, their creativity and communicative skills. And we think 3D and AR is here to stay, and we're excited for this jump into the journal industry next with Karger. Yeah, I think we are living in a 3D world. We're still choosing to meet each other in person. We're still having physical print, but augmented reality is something that brings dimension depth to conventional 2D articles and journals, and can also enliven digital journals and digital assets by taking 3D and concept illustrations out into the real world, blending the digital and physical. So you're not merely portraying a 3D concept on the screen, but you're actually taking that digital concept into the real world, seeing how it actually looks with our 3D interface or 3D lives, which we're living every day. If you're, for example, trying to understand how the blood flow in the heart is working, it's quite another thing to actually see the blood flowing in 3D than just trying to imagine it or seeing it in the 2D screen with a 2D video or on a normal picture.
So the AR service is available to any authors who submit a manuscript to any Karger journal. Once they have submitted their manuscript to the journal, they will be presented with an option against an additional fee to add AR enhancement to the article after publication if the article contains images or videos that are suitable and meet certain specifications. Opting for the AR service doesn't affect neither the peer review outcome nor the peer review time of the manuscript in any way. And peer review will occur normally with the content of the article that was submitted, including the images or the videos that the authors want to enhance through AR. In the end, if the authors have chosen that AR option at submission, and if the article is accepted after peer review, we will reach out to the authors about the final steps that are required to add the AR version of the images or the videos to the published article. So depending on the type of data, it would usually take around a few weeks until the AR enrichment and the implementation are completed. A QR code that will bring up the AR material will be displayed alongside the article on the journal website, acting really as a true sort of interactive element of the journal article itself. Using the Ludenso app on your smartphone, for instance, one could also view the AR material directly from the article PDF, for instance. So that's also there are different ways to view that AR material. So we always look at ways in further developing our journals and our offerings, and really being able to offer the capability to view and interact with 3D models that can be really varied, from molecular or cellular sort of structures to organ representations that would really enable researchers to communicate complex data in improved ways. The benefits for authors really is by displaying AR sort of representation is to improve the understanding, and Eric, you mentioned also the improved memories, the retention of that information, is also making the data more accessible, and therefore driving the reach and the impact of research findings. So it's great value, and it can really cover a good number of the key elements of the research article. For readers, I think the benefits are that they can better engage with the models. They can really view them from different angles. They can zoom in on details. They can explore the entire structure. So this improved and interactive visualization can really help the readers better understand the data, sort of facilitating also how they can build upon that new data, and ultimately driving sort of scientific advances through that.